All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, February 13th, 2018. All right, so today we have the moon shifting into Capricorn, which will be gearing up for a solar eclipse on Thursday. So we are in this ending phase of this cycle right now, approaching a new cycle on Thursday. So really good to allow the energies to die down, maybe get a bit of R&R, intuitive, receptive energy. And with the moon shifting into Capricorn, maybe some themes shifting for the next couple days having to do with responsibility, where we can integrate a bit of structure within ourselves, mastery within ourselves, commitment, patience, responsibility, the sort of Capricorn energy. But the solar eclipse will be in Aquarius, so I'll make a video on that tomorrow. So today we do have a couple aspects. The sun is going to be sextiling Uranus, maybe a good day for expressing ourselves in new ways. New ways of having fun, perhaps, or of just seeing things in a new perspective, especially because Mercury is going to be squaring up to Jupiter, which can give us some big ideas today. And so finding ways to constructively implement these ideas, maybe for the future, can be great here today. All right, so let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. So as you can see here, the moon is getting closer to the sun, and they will form a solar eclipse here on Thursday. So this dying down energy, what's called the balsamic phase of the lunar cycle, this ending phase, really good for clearing, essentially. As we approach Thursday, if there's anything that you do want to clear in your life, or just bring some more of that present moment awareness to your inner life, because everything, of course, does happen within first. So bringing that presence, that extra moment attention, maybe the R&R, meditation, things like this, can help us do that clearing, because we'll notice there's naturally things that do want to go within us that we're clearing to, again, make space for the new beginnings. And these could be external things in your life as well that you're clearing as a result of the inner clearing that you could be doing. So the moon is going to be shifting into Capricorn for the later part of the day, right in between both constellations here. So still the first half or the first part of the day, these themes pertaining to Sagittarius, as was the case the past couple days, maybe around philosophy, discussing our views of life, maybe seeing opportunities and potentials about the future. But as the day unfolds, more of this structure and discipline of Capricorn, which is really what we've been integrating already with the Sun and Mercury transiting Capricorn the past few weeks. So now integrating a little bit more of this, where can we bring in some discipline in our life, some commitment, some responsibility, some patience perhaps, and there could be themes pertaining to that as we get into tomorrow as well. So in terms of the aspects, as you can see here, we have two major aspects going on today. We've got the sun sextiling up to Uranus and Mercury squaring up to Jupiter. So both of these are actually, they come across as quite easy to work with, quite positive. And so with the sun sextiling Uranus, it's just this sort of opening today, I think, to maybe do some new and different things. What we're focusing on today, maybe we're seeing things in a new light, which is nice. And because the sun does give us, well, because the sun represents a very essential part of our being, this type of aspect can really help us bring in a lot more individuality, expressing who we truly are, bringing in that higher self, if you will. So accessing that bit of freedom, spontaneity, trying new and different things, right, can really help us express ourselves, bring in a bit of that individuality and just change, I think, with the everyday routine. So along with that, Mercury is going to be squaring Jupiter, and this is where these two planets do represent the mind in many ways in terms of our understanding of things. Mercury is a planet of practical understanding, while Jupiter, just much like that Sagittarius, is about possible understanding, the creative sort of understanding, which you might consider the right side of the brain. Mercury being the left, Jupiter being the right. So with this kind of aspect, we can perhaps have some big ideas, some potentials with that Jupiter. And so finding ways of integrating that in grounded ways with the Mercury, to bring in the Mercury side of it, right? How can we take some of these possibilities and turn them into something practical and long lasting, right? And real and tangible, maybe even communicate it or write it down, or really get into how it can be applied in the physical world. So really good for these types of things. And again, just essentially integrating the right and left side of the brain in terms of possibilities, potentials, philosophy, practicality, all right? Excellent with this kind of aspect. So along with that, again, I think the most important thing about the day, bring in a bit of this individuality for sure. Great for this, new forms of self-expression. Excellent for seeing things in a practical and a big picture way. But really gearing up for this Thursday solar eclipse. Solar eclipses are always a shift with the life path, if you will. And so equally as important as the actual solar eclipse is the sort of, you could say, foundations we lay before them. So in this case, allowing the energies to die down, doing some of that clearing, bringing in some of that presence, I think is excellent for today. All right, so have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the solar eclipse report.